They looked like the perfect couple, until one betrayal ignited a fury no one saw coming. He slept with her best friend. She burned everything they built to the ground. In the quiet suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia, Damien and Kayla Jenkins were the couple everyone admired. Damien, a charismatic real estate broker with $1 million smile. Kayla, a respected schoolteacher who organized community events and lit up every room with her grace. They were high school sweethearts who had risen from humble beginnings to become a local power couple. Their wedding was the stuff of fairy tales. White roses, a horse-drawn carriage, and a feature in Southern Glam Bride magazine. To their neighbors, church friends, and Instagram followers, Damien and Kayla had it all. Love, money, influence, and the kind of chemistry you only see in movies. But behind the closed doors of their perfectly manicured two-story home was a slow-burning betrayal waiting to explode. Kayla and Damien met in the 11th grade. She was the quiet honor roll student with big dreams of teaching. He was the charming jock who could have had anyone, but he chose her. Against all odds, they stayed together through college, supporting each other through part-time jobs and late-night study sessions. When Damien got his real estate license, he promised Kayla a life of abundance. And he delivered. Within 5 years, they owned 2 luxury vehicles, a 5-bedroom house, and had vacationed in the Bahamas twice. Kayla called him her king, and Damien referred to her as his forever. But when Kayla's best friend, Sienna, her college roommate and maid of honor, moved back to town, their fairy tale began to sour. Sienna was the life of any party. Vibrant, bold, and unapologetically flirtatious. Kayla trusted her like a sister. What she didn't know was that Sienna and Damien had reconnected long before the reunion dinner. It started with friendly texts. Then drinks. Then late-night hotel rooms on days Damien said he was showing a property. He lied smoothly. She believed everything. And Sienna. She played the part of supportive friend perfectly, even crying with Kayla about her marriage struggles. But nothing stays hidden forever. Kayla found a message. One message. A flirty photo from Sienna, sent at 2:13 a.m., captioned, "Tell your wife you're with a client." Again. Face blowing a kiss. That was the spark. But the fire was still coming. Online they were still the dream. Couple photos. Anniversary tributes. Sunday brunches. But at home, Kayla spiraled. She didn't confront Damien right away. Instead, she watched. Waited. Let the rage stew until it poisoned her prayers and dreams. She started skipping work. Drinking wine in the morning. Deleting photos off the walls. When she finally confronted him, Damien didn't even deny it. He shrugged. Said it just happened. What broke her wasn't the infidelity. It was the indifference. Sienna blocked her on all platforms. Damien slept in the guest room and called her crazy when she wept at night. But Kayla wasn't crazy. She was calculating. And she was ready to make them feel what she felt. Pain, betrayal, destruction. The night of the fire was unnaturally quiet. Damien had gone out. Again. Kayla sat in the living room, staring at the framed photo of their wedding day. She'd just found out Sienna was pregnant. Word had spread. The baby might be Damien's. That was the final straw. She doused the curtains in lighter fluid. Then the couch. Then the staircase. Room by room, she walked like a ghost, whispering verses from Psalms, begging God to forgive her, but unable to stop herself. She lit the match. Watched the flames grow like anger on steroids. And then, she walked out. Neighbors said she didn't scream. Didn't cry. She just stood across the street and watched the house burn like a woman finally free. The fire department arrived too late. The house was gutted. Damien barely escaped, suffering burns to his arm and neck. But he lived. Kayla. She didn't run. She waited for the police to arrive. Come. Still. Almost relieved. Her only words. I loved him. And he burned me first. The case was explosive. The media dubbed her the Firestarter wife. News anchors replayed her mugshot like a movie trailer. And the courtroom. Packed every day. Leaked text messages showed Damien gaslighting her. Voice notes revealed Kayla sobbing, begging him to choose her. The internet split in half. Some saw her as a villain, others, a broken woman pushed too far. Even celebrities chimed in. A popular R&B singer tweeted, "Don't play with a woman's heart and expect to sleep peacefully." The post went viral. Sienna, heavily pregnant, testified via Zoom, denying any wrongdoing. She claimed Damien told her the marriage was already over. Damien sat stone-faced during most of the trial. No apology. No remorse. Kayla's defense team leaned on emotional abuse, betrayal trauma, and mental health. The prosecution called it premeditated arson with intent to kill. The jury deliberated for 12 hours. The verdict: guilty, arson and attempted manslaughter. Sentence: 12 years in state prison. A year later, Damien sold what remained of the house lot and moved out of state. Sienna gave birth to a baby boy. Rumors say Damien hasn't seen the child since. Kayla, in prison, became a speaker for abuse recovery programs. She wrote a memoir titled Ashes Don't Lie. It became a bestseller. But the image that stuck with everyone, the one burned into public memory, was Kayla in her orange jumpsuit, being led from the courtroom, turning back just once. Tears in her eyes, whispering, "He made me believe in forever." Did the pressure of appearing perfect push her over the edge? Was it the betrayal, or the humiliation, that burned hottest? What do you think? Was she justified? Or did she go too far? Drop a comment below. What would you have done if your partner cheated with your best friend? And if you found this story gripping, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We've got more chilling stories coming your way, where passion meets crime and love turns lethal.